They want women that are going to cook. They want women that are going to clean. They want women to raise their children and basically not have an opinion or not talk back or what they like to say. Those women are from impoverished places where they have no.
A lot of these men who like to pick and choose also are broke, okay? They like to be feminist only when it benefits them.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. I got another one for you today. We have a lady that says men only like feminism when it benefits them. And then also we have more women hating on the passport bros. I'm not going to hold you up too long. Let's get right into it.
Hey, so look, I got a question for the passport bros. Why every time y'all be doing y'all videos, y'all got the same background? Can y'all answer me? Thanks.
So I fell down this rabbit hole last night because I was up strolling and couldn't sleep of something called passport bros. I seen a lot of stitches on it, a lot of commentary as far as women and men. And here's my take on it. I don't have a problem with men going to other countries to find what they feel like is a more traditional wife. You feel like you can't find here in America what you want or what you need, by all means, go to another country and get it. I one day have dreams to go to Paris and find me a different Chanel bag. So who am I? They have plenty of them here, but I want to go to another country and get one. So if your money could afford you to do that, by all means, go and do it. Live out your dreams. You get one life. No, YOLO. Ladies, this is my thing on it. You have to understand, and even though there was a lot of jokes in it, I totally understand where they're coming from. If you feel like you want a more traditional, because I am a woman, and I am not of those traditional values that they want anymore.
Okay.
They want women that are going to cook. They want women that are going to clean. They want women to raise their children and basically not have an opinion or not talk back or what they like to say. They like to choose the word listen to them. I'm not one of those women. I talk back. So I would not be with one of those guys. The passport bros would consider to be a worthy wife, I guess, and that's fine. I'm fine over here. I have someone who does not have to go out of the country to find somebody because they have all this. Now, with that being said, this is not the first time that American men have done this. Let me tell you why I know this to be facts. A few months ago, the U.S. forces had to send out letters to veterans to let them know for them nor their children to do DNA ancestry kits. You know why? Because when those men were over in other countries and those women were doting on them and, oh my God, the American men, da 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 da, they were having unprotected sex with these women and making children with these women, and were not claiming these women. So this is not the first time American men have done this. So now they cannot do DNA ancestry kits, nor can their children, because those children are also doing DNA ancestry kits, are finding out that their American parent was a part of the armed forces, which means they are now able to collect benefits from said parent.
That explains a lot.
So, and my dad said they did it back in the 60s. My uncle said he don't know how many countless children he have over there. Big joke. This is not the first time they've done it. This is not the first time they've done it. Let them do it. Grass is not green on the other side. Those women are going to also want them to take care of them. So they're doing the same things that we were doing, cooking, cleaning, raising children. Difference is they're going to have to take care of them wholeheartedly because those women are from impoverished places where they have no education.
Okay, another one of these posts. This claim that the Philippines is an uneducated country? Well, let me educate you. The Philippines literacy rate is 96.3%. That doesn't sound uneducated to me. It's because the education system in the Philippines is still seen as one of the most developed one in Asia. The rates of basic education completion, higher education participation, and adult literacy are comparable to countries that are far more economically developed than the Philippines. The Philippines is also recognized as one of the largest English-speaking nations, which means that the majority of the population have some degree of fluency in the language. Most of the countries in Asia, South America, and even Europe can't claim that.
Still the same thing disguised, right? But she was honest. She said, where all you guys are going over there from, what you're running from, I'm that, right? What you guys are running from, that's me. You don't want me. I got someone that wants me. Still try to throw a little bashing in there. Still try to say, oh, well, you know what? We've seen it before with guys in the army. You know, women are still going to want you to take care of them. Of course women are. We're not dumb. And this is the thing, right? Because this is still a bash. You guys may not see it. It may seem disguised because she's doing it in a nonchalant way. But to say, to turn around and say, oh, well, you know, that's not me, and then say, well, you can go over there. I got someone that doesn't have to go over there. Why did you need to say that, right? You could have kept talking. It was nonchalant till you said that, right? Might as well have not have replied at all. Not even jumped on TikTok and responded to it. Because still you're responding to us, right? But at the end of the day, like you said, she's not one of them. And guys wouldn't even wait around for you to be one of them, right? Because like you said, you're not of the elk of the women that are going to be that way. And what happened in the army, and that does happen. Does happen with guys leaving babies. Happens in the Philippines all the time, right? Happens in Thailand too. Happens in many other places. Now, that's a situation, believe it or not, I actually talked about that before, and I actually blame that on the establishments. I feel that these women shouldn't be having unprotected, but if they are, you know, I believe a lot of these women should have IUDs, right? And have the things needed to be able to make sure they don't get pregnant, at least be on birth control, right? But that's a whole other thing I don't want to get into. But anyway, guys, this woman is saying guys take advantage of feminism when it benefits them. Let's hop right into it, because I really want to hear what she has to say. I'm sure you guys do too.
Modern men, I feel like, pick and choose the ideas of feminism that benefit them. They like the idea of feminism when women can go to work and pay half of the bills, but that's about it. That's the only parts of feminism they like. They don't want to hear that men should provide. Even though your wife can go out there and work and make her own money, you should still provide for your household. It's been that way for years and it will stay that way. But men don't want to hear that.
You assume too much.
You're a feminist. You're a strong, independent woman. You should want to pay all of the bills of the household. Your man shouldn't have to pay this, etc. A lot of these men who like to pick and choose also are broke, okay? They like to be feminist only when it benefits them. They love to hear feminism when women are going 50-50, when women are accepting coffee dates, when women are splitting the bills on dates. That's the only parts that they like. They pick and choose what benefits them. They don't want to hear that real men pay all the bills. Real men are providers. It's been that way for years, okay? Every man in history has provided for their women. If we're going back in time to the Bible, etc., all of those men provided for their households. They didn't get provided for by their wife. So men like to pick and choose parts of feminism that benefit them. They pick and choose independence when it benefits them.
Men choosing feminism when it benefits them. Feminism doesn't benefit men at all, right? What happened was, this is what's happening, right? Some guys are cheap. I'll be honest, of course. Some guys are cheap, but most women, there are a lot of women out there that take advantage. Not all, right? But what's happened over time is women are competing in job markets, right? Women are making just as much as guys. So if a guy is working, right? If a guy is making, let's just throw it about there, $45 an hour, right? And then the woman's making 40 an hour, but then he's paying all of the bills. What I mean by that is he's paying the rent, or if it's not rent, he's paying the mortgage, the car note, everything. She's paying nothing. That's crazy, right? And 50-50, this goes right back into the 50-50 argument, right? 50-50 doesn't even have to be the woman's paying 50% of the bills, right? A man just wants a woman to pay something. And that's what it's about. So what a lot of women want nowadays is a lot of women want men to just say, I'm going to pay everything, right? Like for me and my wife, I pay everything. You want to know why? because my wife is under my umbrella completely. Now, women want men to do that and be the ultimate providers when they're going out to work for someone else, right? Women are going out to work for another boss and they're making just as much money as the man at a cushy job, and they want the man to pay all the bills, which men are not going for nowadays because women have fought for that right, and you have many TikToks out there, women saying, who thought of going out there and fighting for these women rights, right? Because now my life is hard because of it. So many women say that. And then you also see so many women, talking about their different struggles and things like that. I have some right here, guys. Take a look.
Hey, no girl me fuck, cause I no drama. Me girl be that panacana. Every mystery, after 9 o'clock she can call me.
See, now that was a woman saying, realizing, realizing that society's rejected femininity. Now that society has rejected femininity, are guys supposed to just be providers for women like that? That's why guys are checking out. That's why guys have jumped on the planes and are starting to leave, and more guys are starting to join because they're going to be with women that are feminine that they can provide for. Also, women who don't necessarily want all the unnecessary stuff, right? A lot of times a guy won't provide for a woman that wants the bare necessities. But you know what happens with women in the States? Not all women. They want to go get the brand sometimes. They want to spend unnecessary money. They want the same car the neighbor has.
I'll have what she's having.
Or they want the house the neighbor has, or I want this updated on the house and all these other things when they only need the basic necessities. And that's what guys are leaving for. Guys are getting women who are happy with the basic necessities and are feminine due to it, and also are feminine even without it. That's the key. Feminine even without it. Just like the first woman said, right? The first woman in the first video tried to make it seem like, oh, well, this and that, and da, da, da. But the one thing she said, and you seen her attitude, she wasn't feminine. Same thing, right? The argumentative nature, that's not really showing femininity. Guys paying all of the bills when a woman's working, because women have fought for that, right? Just as you've seen in the last one, how women rejected femininity, and now other women are paying for it. And I have much more, guys, but this is something that women are feeling now. I've seen other TikToks, women say, hey, who fought for these rights? I could have been sitting at home chilling, just cooking and cleaning. Because a lot of women don't want to go out there and do that hard work. Not every woman wants to do that, but I say for those women, instead of making those TikToks, start to be feminine. You stay, it needs to be old school and this, and that. If you got a guy who doesn't want to provide those things, at the end of the day, you know what? That's your fault if you stick around, right? It's still about who you choose. But if a guy is willing and able and shows he's capable and you're expecting more, that's your fault. But guys, I don't know what's going on with women expecting more and wanting the world for no femininity. But one thing I do know is you can leave and get that somewhere else. And it's definitely more to life than that.